Good morning, students. This is your social science teacher Shivani Bhaskar. Students, today after the exam, we are going to start our geography chapter 6, and the name of the chapter is Major Landforms of the Earth. I even shared one activity with you which is related to this chapter. Okay, so today we are going to start this chapter. So we know that there are a variety of landforms on the earth, whether it is mountains, plains, plateaus, rivers, oceans, islands. So there is a variety of landforms of the earth. But how these landforms are formed? That is a question for all of us. So these landforms are formed because of two processes. These landforms are a result of two processes, and the first process is internal process. The first process is internal process. Okay, now let us understand what is internal process. Students, you will be surprised to know that the earth on which we are living and on which we are standing now, that is always in a continuous motion. That is always in a continuous motion. Okay, so things that are taking place inside the earth's surface is due to the internal processes, that is coming under the internal process. And because of the internal process, the upliftment and shrinking of the earth's surface take place. Okay, that is due to the internal process. The upliftment and shrinking of the earth's surface takes place. So what is internal process? The things and the processes which are happening inside the earth's surface are known as internal process. Then second is external process. The second is external process. Okay, external process. It is the continuous wearing down of the earth's surface and rebuilding of the earth's surface. The continuous wearing down of the earth's surface and rebuilding of the earth's surface. Now we will understand more clearly what is the meaning of wearing down of the earth's surface and what is the meaning of rebuilding of the earth's surface. See students, if you will take an example, this is the flat land, okay, and this is the layer of soil on the land. This is the layer of soil on the flat land. Now when the wind blows in a very high pressure, so it takes away the soil also with it. Okay, we have all seen this many times when we are in a ground. So we have seen that the wind takes away the soil with it, and it after some time, when the pressure of wind is less, then it gets deposited, the soil get deposited at different place. So this is known as erosion. What is erosion? Erosion means the wearing down of the earth's surface. Erosion means wearing down of the earth's surface is known as erosion, and it gets deposited at different place. दूसरी जगह पे जाके it get deposited. The soil from here get deposited at different place. It is known as deposition. Erosion and deposition. Okay, erosion and deposition. So the wearing down of the earth's surface is known as erosion, and at different place it gets deposited, it is known as deposition. So these two processes are carried out by the wind and sometimes by the water also. When the rain comes, it also takes away a lot of soil with it. The water also takes away the lot of soil with it when it flows. So these two are the things, and the main cause of these erosion and deposition is wind and water. Now students, there are many varieties of landforms, but basically if we will take it, then broadly we can divide the landforms in three categories: mountains, plains and plateaus. Mountains, plains and plateaus. These three are the broad categories of our landforms. Now first we will study about mountains. In detail we will study in our next class. So first I will give you the small idea about mountains today. ठीक है, mountains means the elevated flat land, naturally elevated land on the earth's surface. So mountain is the natural elevated land of the earth's surface. Any natural elevation on the earth's surface is known as mountain. Okay, and a mountain can have a small summit. It can have a small summit. Summit means iski shikhar, choti, and it can have a broad base also. It can have a broad base also. Okay, so a mountain can have a small summit or it can have a broad base, and as we go up, so the temperature will become colder on the mountains. Okay students, as we it is considerably higher than the surrounding area. Sometimes mountains are higher than the clouds also. Yes students, sometimes the mountains are higher than the clouds also. As you will go higher, the climate will become colder. As we will go higher, the climate will become colder on the mountains. Now in some mountains there are permanently frozen rivers of ice and they are known as glaciers. Okay, what is glaciers now? Glaciers are the permanently frozen rivers of ice. Okay, जो rivers of ice, though that due to the cold weather they are permanently frozen and they are known as glaciers. Okay, so they are sometimes mountain. There are sometimes mountains which we cannot see because they are inside the oceans also. Okay, and because of the harsh climate on the mountain, a very less number of people live on the mountains because of its harsh climate. Okay, so that is also a reason why a less number of people live on the mountains. And the slopes are so steepy. See, you can see that the slopes are steepy, and because of that farming is also not possible on the mountains. We can do farming, but in large extent we cannot do farming on the mountains. Okay, so this is all we have studied in the today's class. Now after the class I even shared one PDF in your WhatsApp group. In that PDF 3 diagrams are there. So what you will do is you will make these 3 diagrams in your geography notebook. Okay, so this is all for today's class students. Have a good day. Take care.